If I told you that walking too much might actually make you age faster instead of keeping you healthy, would you believe me? It sounds completely opposite to everything you've been told, but more and more doctors are warning that relying solely on walking, without incorporating other essential exercises, can lead to muscle loss, joint pain, and even increase your risk of falls. Have you ever felt your legs getting tired faster, your back aching after a walk, or found yourself struggling to keep your balance on the stairs? If so, it's not just old age catching up with you. It's likely the result of walking the wrong way or walking too much without the right supporting exercises. The truth is, walking alone is not a complete workout. It doesn't maintain muscle strength, it doesn't protect your joints, and it doesn't train your balance. If walking is the only form of exercise you're doing, you might actually be speeding up the aging process rather than slowing it down. But don't worry, today I'm going to share 5 exercises that are even more important than walking after 70, ones that doctors recommend to help you preserve muscle, protect your joints, improve balance, and stay independent for years to come. And trust me, number 5 might surprise you, but it could be the key to living longer and stronger. So don't skip a second of this video. If you're serious about protecting your health and staying active as you age, hit that like button and subscribe now so you never miss valuable health tips. Before we begin, if you're committed to living a healthier, more fulfilling life, hit the like button to help spread this valuable knowledge. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to click subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. And if you're enjoying this content, comment 1 below to let me know you're here. If not, comment 0, and I'll work harder to bring you even better content. Now let's dive into why too much walking might not be as good as you think, and what you should be doing instead. Why can walking too much be harmful? Walking does not help maintain muscle mass, and that is the biggest problem. After age 70, the body loses 3 to 5% of muscle mass per year if strength exercises are not included. This means that if you're only walking, your muscles will gradually weaken, making it harder to move, reducing strength, and increasing the risk of falls. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that older adults who do not engage in strength training lose muscle twice as fast as those who do. If you've ever noticed that standing up from a chair is becoming more difficult, opening a bottle requires more effort, or carrying groceries feels heavier than before, this is not just aging, it's muscle loss due to improper training. Not only that, walking too much can increase pressure on your joints. As we age, cartilage wears down, and without supporting exercises, excessive walking can put added strain on the knees, hips, and lower back, leading to pain and even arthritis. Research from the Arthritis Foundation warns that seniors over 70 who experience joint pain while walking regularly have a 40% higher risk of developing osteoarthritis within 5 years. If you've ever felt knee pain after a walk, that's a sign your body is demanding a change in your workout routine. Walking also does not improve balance and flexibility, 2 critical factors in preventing falls. Walking involves only 1 repetitive forward motion, failing to activate the key muscle groups responsible for balance. Try this simple test. Stand on 1 foot for 10 seconds without holding on to anything. If you struggle or feel wobbly, it's a sign that your body is losing its ability to control balance, putting you at a much higher risk of falls and serious injuries. A study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that adults who couldn't balance on 1 leg for 10 seconds had an 84% higher risk of mortality within the next 10 years. That alone proves that balance is a vital factor in longevity, one that walking alone cannot improve. In short, walking is not a complete workout. If you rely on walking alone without incorporating other key exercises, you may be losing muscle, stressing your joints, weakening your balance, and accelerating the aging process. But don't worry, there are better ways to stay strong. protect your joints, and maintain mobility after 70. In the next section, I'll share the best exercises to help you stay powerful, protect your joints, and live an active, independent life for years to come. If you're still watching this video and find these insights valuable, comment 2 below to let me know you're with me on this journey toward a healthier, more vibrant, and more meaningful life. So what should you do after 70 instead of just walking? First is strength training. Did you know that if you're only walking without strength training, you're actually making your body weaker every day without realizing it? I know walking is a habit for many of us. It's easy, doesn't require much effort, and keeps us moving. But if you want to maintain your independence, avoid wheelchairs, canes, and chronic back or joint pain, strength training is the real key. After 70, we lose muscle mass faster than ever. Have you noticed that standing up from a chair, carrying groceries, or climbing stairs feels harder than before? That's not just aging, it's muscle loss happening because we're not actively working to keep them strong. A study from the Journal of Gerontology found that strength training at least twice a week can reduce muscle loss by up to 50%. That means if we only rely on walking without incorporating resistance exercises, we're losing strength faster and becoming dependent on others sooner than we should. Let me tell you about Richard, 76. He walked every day thinking that was enough to stay fit. But one day, while trying to carry a heavy grocery bag up the steps, his legs couldn't support him. He lost balance and fell. The fall resulted in a broken wrist, leaving him with months of recovery. His doctor later told him that if he had been doing strength training, his muscles would have been strong enough to stabilize him, and that fall could have been prevented. Taking the advice to heart, Richard started simple strength exercises, standing up from a chair without using his hands, lifting small water bottles to strengthen his grip, and within just 2 months, he felt significantly stronger and no longer struggled with balance. See, none of us want to reach a point where we need someone else's help just to stand up, sit down, or open a jar. Just a few minutes of strength training each day can be the key to staying strong, independent, and living life on your own terms. Don't wait until it's too late. Start today and protect your future self. Second, balance exercises. Falls are one of the leading causes of hospitalization among older adults and can even result in the loss of independence. But what's even more dangerous is that we often don't realize we're losing our balance until a fall happens. The problem is, walking does not train your balance. When you walk, your feet move in a straight line, but in real life, you need to turn, step sideways, bend down, and stand up. If your body isn't trained properly, these movements become harder and more dangerous over time. Let me tell you about Linda, 73. She walked every day and believed she was in great shape. But one afternoon, while stepping down from her backyard patio, she lost her balance and fell. Luckily, she only suffered minor bruises, but the experience left her shaken. During a doctor's visit, she was asked to perform a simple test, standing on one leg for 10 seconds. She couldn't do it. The doctor explained that balance isn't something we just have. It's a skill that needs to be trained. Determined to improve, she started practicing simple exercises, walking heel to toe in a straight line, standing on one leg for 10 seconds daily, and incorporating light Tai Chi movements. Within just a few weeks, she noticed a difference. She no longer wobbled when stepping up or down, and standing for long periods in the kitchen felt easier and more stable. None of us want to wake up one day needing a walker or a wheelchair just because of a preventable fall. The good news is, you can take action right now. With just a few minutes of daily balance exercises, you can stay steady, confident, and continue living life on your own terms. If you're still watching this video and find these insights valuable, comment 2 below to let me know you're with me on this journey toward a healthier, more vibrant, and more meaningful life. 3. Flexibility and mobility. Have you ever woken up in the morning feeling as stiff as an old machine that hasn't been oiled in years? You stand up from bed, and your lower back feels tight. Your neck creaks when you turn it. Sound familiar? If so, you're not alone. After 70, our bodies naturally lose flexibility, our joints stiffen, and even simple movements start feeling like a challenge. Many people believe that walking is enough to keep their bodies limber, but that's not the case. Walking moves your legs, but it doesn't stretch your entire body. If you only walk without incorporating stretching exercises, over time, your back can tighten, your knees can lose flexibility, and bending down or twisting can become painful. And once flexibility is lost, even daily activities, like tying your shoes or reaching for something on a high shelf, can turn into a struggle. Take Frank, 75, for example. He loved staying active and walked for hours every day. But lately, he had been feeling stiffness in his neck and back whenever he sat for too long. At first, he dismissed it as just a part of aging. But one day, as he bent down to pick up his keys from the floor, a sharp pain shot through his lower back. It took him a full week to recover, and his doctor told him that the issue wasn't just age. It was a lack of proper stretching to keep his muscles and joints flexible. After that, Frank started spending just 10 minutes each morning doing simple stretches, rolling his neck, reaching his arms overhead, stretching his calves, and practicing a few gentle yoga movements. Within weeks, he noticed a dramatic difference. He could bend down without pain, twist more easily, and no longer felt stiff in the mornings. So if you want to keep your body moving with ease, don't skip your daily stretches. You don't need to do anything complicated. Just roll your shoulders, stretch your back, and loosen up your legs a little each morning. If you go for a walk, spend a few minutes stretching your calves and hips before and after. The key is to stay proactive in maintaining your flexibility, because once you lose it, getting it back is much harder. Try it today for a body that moves freely and a life without the limits of stiffness and aches. 4. Core and posture exercises. Have you ever noticed that as you get older, your posture starts to change? Your back rounds slightly, your shoulders don't open up as they used to, and after standing for a while or walking a long distance, your lower back begins to ache. This isn't an inevitable part of aging. It's a sign that your core and spine are getting weaker, and if you don't take action to improve it, the problem will only get worse. Your core and back muscles are the foundation that keeps your body upright, balanced, and stable. When they weaken, it becomes harder to walk, maintain balance, and even sit up straight. Many people think that walking is enough to stay in shape, but the truth is, if you're not actively strengthening your core and spine, you could be gradually losing flexibility and strength without even realizing it. I remember a time when I struggled with serious back issues. Every time I stood for too long or walked a little farther than usual, I felt my back pulling down, like a weight dragging me down. Some mornings, I'd wake up feeling stiff, barely wanting to move. I thought it was just part of getting older, until I read about how core weakness affects posture and overall health. That's when I decided to make a change. I started small, sitting upright while watching TV, lightly engaging my core while walking, and pressing my back against the wall each morning to adjust my posture. Then I added simple exercises like seated leg lifts and standing tall for a few minutes each day. At first, I didn't notice much of a difference, but after a few weeks, I realized I was experiencing less back pain, moving more easily, and, most importantly, waking up feeling refreshed instead of stiff. Good posture doesn't just make you look healthier and more confident. It reduces back pain, improves circulation, and even helps you breathe better. Try this right now. Stand tall, take a deep breath, lightly engage your core, and feel the difference. If you stay consistent, in just a few weeks, you'll notice a more flexible body, less back pain, and a steadier, more confident stride. Don't let age determine your posture. Let your determination and consistency do that for you. If you're still watching this video and find these insights valuable, Comment 4 below to let me know you're with me on this journey toward a healthier, more vibrant, and more meaningful life. 5. Low-impact exercises. Have you ever felt knee pain after a long walk? Or do your legs feel stiff and sluggish every morning when you take your first steps? This isn't just a natural part of aging, it's often the result of exercising the wrong way. Walking is a fantastic form of movement, but if it's the only exercise you do, you might be unknowingly putting stress on your joints. As we age, the cartilage in our joints gradually thins, the lubricating fluid decreases, and repetitive impact on the knees, hips, and ankles from excessive walking can wear them down faster. That's why so many older adults, after years of regular walking, start experiencing more knee pain, stiffness, and even that dreaded cracking sound in their joints instead of feeling stronger. I used to believe that walking was the best exercise for older adults, until a specialist in orthopedic health told me, think of your knee joints like gears. If you keep grinding them down without proper care, eventually they'll wear out and won't function as smoothly. That made me rethink my routine, and I decided to try exercises that were gentler on my joints. I started with swimming. The feeling of moving freely in the water without putting pressure on my joints was incredible. The knee pain gradually faded, and even my lower back felt less stiff. Then, I tried stationary cycling, a great way to strengthen the legs without straining the knees. Finally, I experimented with water exercises, just walking slowly in a pool, allowing my muscles to stay active without stressing my cartilage. After a few weeks, the difference was undeniable. My knees no longer ached like before, getting out of bed in the morning felt easier, and most importantly, I maintained my flexibility without the constant, nagging pain. If you've been noticing discomfort in your knees, ankles, or hips, it might be time to rethink your workout routine. Try low-impact exercises like swimming, stationary cycling, or simple water-based movements. Don't let joint pain stop you from staying active. Just change the way you move so you can keep enjoying life with ease and comfort. Now I want to hear from you. Do you ever feel joint pain after walking? Do you find yourself losing your balance more than before? Leave a comment sharing your experience. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and send it to the people you care about. Let's live healthy, live happy, and train smarter, not harder.